Let's be real for a second. Gents, you've always felt like you're not built like the rest. You don't fit in, you flow through. Crowds drain you, small talk bores you, and fake energy? You can smell it a mile away. You don't chase attention, you attract curiosity. You don't need a spotlight. Your presence is the light. That's Sigma energy. And today, we're diving into the 8 undeniable signs you're a true Sigma male. The rare breed that doesn't follow, doesn't beg, and sure as hell doesn't break. Stick around, because by the end, you'll know exactly where you stand. And maybe you'll stop apologizing for being different. Welcome to the Stoic Sigma male. Hit that subscribe button if you move in silence, think deeply, and live by your own code. Now, let's talk Sigma truth. Number 1, you don't seek attention. You command it. Here's the thing, real confidence doesn't need an announcement. When you walk in, people notice, not because you're loud, but because you're still. Picture this. 2 guys walk into a room. One's talking like he's auditioning for a podcast no one asked for. The other? Quiet, composed, scanning the room like he's reading energy instead of faces. Guess who everyone's secretly curious about? That's you, gents. The Sigma doesn't perform, he exists. He's not trying to impress. He's just comfortable in his own gravity. People feel it. They don't even know why. It's the posture, the silence, the eye contact that says, I see everything, and I'm in no rush. That's command, not forced, earned. Because when you stop trying to be seen, you become unforgettable. Number 2, solitude isn't lonely. It's your training ground. Most men panic at the thought of being alone. They need constant noise, validation, someone texting you up at 2 a.m. just to feel alive. You recharge in silence. You crave that late-night walk where the world shuts up and your mind wakes up. It's not isolation, it's incubation. That's where ideas form, vision sharpen, and emotions reset. While others drown in distractions, you're building clarity. Ever notice how the best ideas come when you're driving alone or sitting in silence? That's not a coincidence. That's your brain finally getting enough peace to think clearly. A Sigma knows solitude isn't punishment, it's power. It's the gym where your mind lifts heavy thoughts. So next time someone calls you too quiet, smile. They mistake calm for lonely because they've never met peace. Number 3, you think, you don't react. The world runs on emotion. Social media thrives on outrage. Everyone's ready to argue, defend, explode. But you don't take the bait. You pause. You process. You predict. When someone tries to provoke you, you give them that calm, unreadable look. And suddenly, they start explaining themselves. That's control. Because a Sigma male doesn't let emotions run the show. He's the director, not the actor. He knows every reaction costs energy, and energy is currency. You ever notice how silence scares people more than shouting? That's because it shows composure, and composure hints at power. You don't fight every battle, because you know real warriors pick their wars. You don't react fast, you move smart. The louder they get, the calmer you become. That's not weakness, bro, that's dominance. Number 4, you're unapologetically authentic. The Sigma male doesn't wear masks. He doesn't pretend to be the nice guy, the alpha, or the perfect man. He just is. You're the same dude at work, at home, in the gym. No fake personas. No sugar-coated opinions. You'd rather stand alone in truth than be accepted in lies. That's rare. That's power. Most people shape-shift to fit in. They shrink their edges, dim their fire, hide their flaws. But you own every piece of who you are, even the messy parts. You don't need everyone to like you. You just need to like the man in the mirror. And funny thing, the more real you get, the more magnetic you become. People crave authenticity because it's extinct. Your honesty cuts through the fog. You don't talk about being real. You prove it by staying consistent when nobody's watching. Number 5, you move with purpose, not impulse. Let's be blunt. Most men waste years chasing things that mean nothing. The Sigma? He plays the long game. You don't jump into every trend, every argument, or every opportunity. You calculate. You wait. You strike with intention. Think of it like chess. While everyone else is slamming pawns forward, you're studying the board. Because you don't move for movement's sake, you move for meaning. When you say no, it's not hesitation, it's focus. When you say yes, it's because it aligns with your mission. You've learned that discipline beats dopamine every single time. Because a Sigma isn't chasing a high, he's building a legacy. And legacies aren't built on impulse. They're built on intent. Number 6, you're mysterious, without trying to be. Let's get one thing straight. You're not being mysterious on purpose. You're just private. You don't overshare. You don't broadcast every move. You don't need the internet to know your next step. You let results reveal it. That's why people can't stop guessing what you're up to. You're not predictable. You're disciplined. Mystery isn't about hiding. It's about guarding your energy. You've learned not everyone deserves access to your thoughts, your plans, your emotions. Privacy protects peace. You ever notice how the less you say, the more curious people get? That's Sigma energy, quiet magnetism. People try to read you like a book, but realize too late you're a whole library, and it's locked. You don't chase attention, but you make them wonder. That's control. Number 7, you don't compete, you evolve. Competition is loud. Evolution is silent. Most men are stuck comparing themselves to others, checking who's richer, fitter, more popular. But you're in competition with one person, yesterday's you. You're not chasing anyone else's timeline. You're too busy refining your own. While they argue about who's alpha or beta, you're somewhere grinding quietly, stacking wins that speak louder than status. Because you figured out something most men haven't. The goal isn't to be better than others, it's to be better for yourself. You don't announce your growth. You embody it. You don't flaunt success. You live it. And when they finally notice, it's already too late. You're 3 moves ahead. That's Sigma strategy. Move low, hit high. Number 8, you choose peace over popularity. In a world where everyone wants to be liked, the Sigma wants to be free. You don't need applause to feel worthy. You don't chase followers, you attract respect. Peace, popularity. Every time. You're the guy who can walk away mid-argument with a smile because your ego doesn't need to win. You'd rather keep your calm than your pride. You don't do drama, gossip, or chaos. Because you know peace isn't passive, it's protection. You've realized that real strength isn't how loud you can get, it's how little can shake you. So while others crave attention, you crave alignment. You'd rather have 1 hour of silence than a lifetime of noise. That's the rarest flex in today's world, serenity. Because power isn't just about dominance. It's about control. And the man who controls himself controls everything. So, gents, if these signs hit deep, now you know. You're not weird. You're wired differently. You were never meant to fit into a crowd. You were meant to lead quietly from the shadows. The Sigma male isn't a trend. It's a state of mastery, a balance between chaos and calm. It's walking into a room without saying a word, and somehow, everyone still feels your presence. It's choosing solitude over noise, truth over comfort, peace over popularity. You are the storm and the stillness, the fire and the calm. The reason others wonder, what's he got that I don't? You've got awareness. You've got control. You've got silence, and silence is lethal. So keep walking your path, lone wolf. Keep thinking differently. Keep living intentionally. And never forget, you're not just existing. You're ascending. Hit subscribe to the Stoic Sigma Male for more truth like this. Because we don't chase validation here. We build clarity, strength, and unshakable confidence. Until next time, brother, stay calm. Stay focused. Stay Sigma. Having said that, I'll see you in the next one. Blackheart.